Hello everybody, this is Purge. I'm bringing you guys a new series. It's going to be called Purge Critiques, a replay. These are going to be user-submitted replays of their Dota 2 games, and I'm going to be looking over things for them and just kind of testing things out and telling them what they did wrong. So this is kind of similar to my Purge Cast the Pub series in the sense that I'm watching complete pub games and things like that. But I'm going to try to make this slightly more of a focus of casting more than absolute rage critique. And I don't expect there to be any mistakes. So this was submitted to me by Merkaba here, and apparently there's some Valve staff in here, as well as, let me see the message, me and Archie are Dota 1 beta testers. Archie is the Ricky Maru, and then we have Boyd is a Valve programmer, which I assume is another person on the Radiant team. There we go, he's the purple player he hasn't picked quite yet. And this guy worked on Demigod MSMNC, which I don't know what that is. And that's about it. So, yeah, a lot of cool people on the Radiant team doing stuff for the Dota community. So here I am. I'm not going to be directed. Hells no. I'm going to be casting this game. I'm live streaming at the same time, and I hope you guys enjoy this on the live stream, by the way, guys. But we will be looking over this replay and having lots of fun with it. So I've got to change my camera back. Sorry about this. I want to put the camera acceleration way down. And camera speed as well. And I'm going to have to keep jumping between this every time I cast, I think, unfortunately. But it just makes it look a lot better. And I'm even going to put the acceleration down just one more time. Way down. There we go. Now it's kind of like the screen is sitting on a big fluid roam of water, and I can just kind of nudge it along, and then it's not as jumpy. It's not like, hey, let's watch a team fight. Yeah, isn't that... Oh, yes. Yes, team fight. Alright, cool. Top lane. U27 you playing Slardar. Merkaba is going to be playing the Invoker. We have Green Giraffe on the Warlock. Boyd is playing the Lion. And finally, Archie Klein is going to be playing the Ricky Maru. For the Dota team, we have Alaskan Bullworm playing the Windrunner. BT Bam playing the Clockwork. And then we have New Sham playing the Leshrac. Pucker playing the Spectre. And Vic the Slick, sorry, he's very slick. He gets laid all the time. He's playing Tidehunter, and did I miss anybody? I think I got that guy. I got that guy, and I got that. Oh, Pucker, did I? Yeah, Spectre. He randomed. He has really good items. Alright, but I'm going to be primarily looking at the Radiant team. I think Invoker is the guy that submitted it, and there's a couple wards going down. Looks like we have a Warlock who looks to be babysitting on the top lane. I don't really like babysitting Warlocks myself. I can talk about that in a second, but a couple quick things. I don't really like the starting item build of Invoker either. Doesn't completely need a clarity potion. There's not a lot of casting that he really does. And misses a double damage last hit. That's always embarrassing. But the main primary reason is, look at this. He could absolutely stack on stats of all kinds. It doesn't have to just be intelligence for his last hitting, and that's something that's really important. He could have, you know, Circlet, GG. If he has a Quas build, he already has the regen. He doesn't really need a Self Tango. You can pick one or the other and usually get away with it. This is one of the only cases where this is okay. Clockwork Goblin's sitting on pretty good items. Stout Shield, Coalian Blade is going to get him good last hitting, and Invoker looking to be aggressive already, but he's probably spending a little bit too much time zoning out. Maybe could force Clockwork Goblin back and be okay there. Slardar and the Warlock. Warlock going Fatal Bonds level 1. This isn't always the worst thing in the world. Level 1 Shadow Word is pretty shitty. It only heals for 80 HP over the course of like 10 seconds, which is really bad. That's not good at all. Not very, very good. I would say max Shadow Word first, but you can do stuff like this. You can cast Fatal Bonds on a guy, and then when the creeps actually die, decent damage is done to the Spectre himself. I wouldn't necessarily spam it right away because the mana pool is a little low, but he does have a Clarity Potion, and he's getting a Ring of Basilius as well, so it's not going to be a huge deal here for Green Giraffe. The downside is he's going to be really underfarmed at some point. Looks like Slardar has absolutely no regen at all, and this is a giant mistake. That's cool he's got a Gauntlet, it's cool he's got a Clarity Potion, but man, you've got to get some regen, or at least a Stout Shield. If you're going to go no regen, at least get a Stout Shield, so you can stay alive longer. So this is the first big mistake I've seen here in this game for an item build. On the bot lane, we have a Ricky Maru, pretty standard items, I like this. I kind of wish he had either a Quelling Blade or a Stout Shield, though. Ricky is kind of vulnerable in lane until he does hit level 6, so Lion is going to be babysitting him. He does have wards, but doesn't look like he's actually placed them yet. There are 2 wards top, but I'd maybe like to see a ward right here. I like this ward myself. Maybe it's not worth it though. Another very popular ward for the Radiant team when they're in a lane like this is to just drop one about right here. That's going to give vision of anybody that TPs into lane to come kill you, and a little bit of vision over here, and generally just good lane vision, so you always know where the enemy team is, or at least where they did end up head. Already we're getting a gank on the Invoker. This is a huge mistake. You do not want to gank this early. He did get a haste room, I guess, so he will get a kill here on the Windrunner, which is kind of nice. Windrunner did not skill Windrun, could have kept her alive big time. I don't know. I guess it works out. The gank worked, but kind of a chancy thing, you know. He spent a lot of time running to the top lane using that haste rune. He did get the kill once again, but if Windrunner would have just used Windrun, and if they would have maybe dove up here instead, they could have possibly put the Radiant team in a really bad situation. And in the meantime, Clockwork's actually been getting last hits, and Invoker hasn't been getting farm. So it did work out, but you know, if he would have missed that kill, that would have been very, very bad for them. So I don't necessarily think that was it was a gamble. It was a big gamble, that's for sure. And Warlock once again babysitting the Slaughter. That is the only reason, while I guess it's maybe vaguely okay that he doesn't actually have any regen, it's because Warlock is going to pass him regen and pop heals on him as much as possible. Ring of Basilius is picked up, and nice job by Warlock. He did click on the item to reduce the armor so that it does not give it to your creeps. It's going to allow them to not push as much. And a Riki with a line on the bot lane. Once again, Riki is being supported by that line. He's going to be doing a little bit of pulling, it looks like, which is always wonderful to do. He's going to miss it by just a little bit. He would have been, actually he's going to end up stacking this, so if he's playing this correctly, he's actually doing a very good job. I don't know if he meant to stack that or not is the question. We will see in a second, but unintentional stack, I'm not quite sure, but if it was intentional, then very nicely done by him. Does have 4 tangos. I wish that would have been a tango salve instead, so that's a slight weird, peculiar item build choice, but Leshrac and Tidehunter is actually a very dangerous lane, especially with the Diabolic Edict. If they get a stun off, I maybe would have gone on Riki there myself if I was completely out of mana. Has been spamming that, and he has a fast bracer with a Observer Ward. I'm not really sure where he got that bracer from. I don't think unless he randomed. He might have random gone Bracer Tango with an Observer Ward. That's not very good though. Don't do that stuff. And Windrunner once again playing support here on the bot lane. Level 3 still does not have Windrun. Could have kept her alive, at least from the Invoker for a little bit of time, but possibly doesn't know how to play the hero very well. I really don't know what the skill level this is. It looks like medium-ish. Item builds are a little sloppy. It's not bad though. Players seem to be generally knowing what they're doing. Riki Mara almost level 4 now. And Leshrac level 4 as well. Problem with dual laning a line is he's generally a little bit better of a solo hero. He's not a bad hero though in a dual lane, but his disables get much better as you level him up, so he's a level dependent hero. Looks like Invoker's sitting at kind of low HP. I wish he was sitting on Quas here. He's not taking advantage of the nastiest thing about Invoker, and that is having Quas. I don't care if he's using this to harass. He's almost dead, and he's not using his Quas to regen. Every single Quas... Okay, I guess he knew that this regen was top. Maybe that's why he's being aggressive, but even still kind of weird. And it looks like he's going to gank again, and he goes for a fast Ring of Basilius with boots. It's not very common that Invokers end up playing with a Ring of Basilius. It's not a very common item build. The Sniper probably saw him coming top as well, and look what he just did. He's ganking way too much here. This is a big mistake for him. He should be sitting in his lane getting farm and EXP, and creeps are dying and nobody is getting that farm. And all of a sudden, he's going to have to run all the way back. He accomplished absolutely nothing there. Sure, you got a regen rune, but a regen is not a ganking rune. That's more of like a lane winning rune. He's going to pick up a double damage now. Just going to make his last hit in the mid lane even better. And oftentimes as well, by the way guys, Invokers who are going Quas Wex will get 3 Quas before they move into the Wex, just so that they can have a little bit more regen there. But he will be getting phase boots pretty soon here. Even still, he could have had better HP and a little bit better last hitting power in the early lane at least. Lion and Riki now continuing to play. Riki's going for a max blink strike first. It's kind of variable which one you decide to go for. Looks like Clockwork just ganked, but he messed up. We will get a Fatal Bonds, but it's only going to land on Clockwork and Spectre. Fatal Bonds is so good in teamfights, though. It's very, very good. It looks like a Lion dies in the bot lane. Phase Boots on Leshrac, very, very good side lane pickup. It allows you to run really quick with Diabolic Edict, getting good positions and things like that, and catch up for stunning. That's a very good item for that. And it looks like Tidehunter's going to drop another Observer Ward. Riki Mara running away a little bit, but he does have a Poor Man's Shield. It's a very, very good Riki pickup. A really good Riki pickup. There's another TP to the bot lane. That's going to be Lion coming on back to the lane. Still only level 3. I'm kind of surprised he's so under-leveled. I kind of wish he was pulling. Look at that. He tried to pull once, he stacked it, and then he just let it go. And he could be getting a lot of levels. He could be denying EXP. And now the Dire team, the Tidehunter and the Leshrac, are outlaning them on the safe lane. And that should not be happening by these two guys. So there's a little bit of stun. Are we going to see a stun? Yeah, it looks like a lot of trouble for Lion. Diabolic Edict's going to get an easy kill. Even Ricky possibly making a mistake. Will they dive this? A little bit of mistake from Leshrac. If he would have just ran with him and let the Diabolic Edict do the damage, that would have been a kill on Ricky much more easily. Is the stun going to land? It's going to actually miss Ricky once again, and he's not going to have enough mana for another Diabolic Edict. They could have gotten that kill much easier if Leshrac just didn't auto-attack. If you just ran with him instead of auto-attacking, Ricky would have taken an extra maybe 200 damage from the Diabolic Edict and possibly died. So. Tower taking damage now. Pop that Diabolic Edict. Take out the tower, man. Go for it. Invoker coming through. He will gank this effectively using that Cold Snap. Unfortunately, though, his Invoke was not quite ready for this. He can take another Leshrac hit. He almost dies. Very, very close. 11 HP. That is not very safe. And what is he doing now? Eat your Tango, man. You got Tangos? You got Quas? I guess he's just going to run all the way back to base. And once again, what is his items accomplishing? The Ring of Basilius is giving him mana regen, but early game, Invoker can't really cast a lot of spells. And let's look at his level in comparison to the other heroes in the game now. He's level 7. He does have a level advantage over some of his allies. But, you know, compared to the other people in the game, Clockwork is 6th. They've been like roaming all game. Nobody has been sitting in the mid lane. Mid lane is completely empty. It's completely devoid of farm, and this is a big mistake. Neither team has been sitting. Look at this. Clockwork is still top. Are you kidding me? He is sucking EXP and farm from Spectre. He could be mid farming, and he gave up his lane to come try to gank or some crap like that. And now he's not accomplishing anything. He's splitting EXP 3 ways, and this mid lane is just fighting endlessly. Hopefully somebody goes there. It looks like Slardar might end up going mid. He's got a Bracer with boots and a Quelling. And Warlock in the base on level 5. Maxing out Shadow Word. Does have a stat level. I like this item build from Green Draft. Or the skill build, sorry. Void now auto-attacking some creeps. And Ricky is level 6, so he's fucking invisible for the rest of the game. It's going to be awesome. Slardar in the middle of the river here. Sitting decent enough HP. There's a Gush though by the Tidehunter. Is tied to level 6. He is level 6. Is he going to ulti this? He's thinking about it. There's a no. Okay, if they really wanted to kill this Tide or the Slardar, they could have killed him. All Tide had to do is pop that ulti, and that would have been a kill for sure. Tide ulti, follow up stun by Leshrac, and a little bit of Diabolic Edict, and that's a guaranteed drop. Line's still only level 4. No boots from him quite yet, so he literally needs to get some EXP. And how do you do it? You pull. This shit has been stacked, man. You pull this down, you let it kill your creep wave, you pull again, you pull again, you pull again. And now Boyd is screwed. Here's the Diabolic Edict. He's gonna stun, but it doesn't matter. It's a Miss Fissure. He doesn't get killed by neutrals like he may have. There's the EMP Tornado coming out of the Invoker, but when you're low levels of Wex like this, you have got to go EMP first before you get the Tornado. But he does end up casting in the right order. Null Talisman with Phase. Don't get a Null Talisman, guys. It's usually much better to get something like a Bracer into a Django with your Phase boots. Ring of Basilius is okay, but you're probably better off just picking up a Sobi Mask. I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe pick up a Sobi Mask, work that into something else, but he still hasn't been in his lane much. It's 11 minutes in the game, he's only level 8. There should be a hero in the game that is a really high level, and both teams are kind of lacking one. This Slardar has been like dual laning all game. This Ricky has been dual laning all game, and Invoker's only one level higher. He just pops level 9 now, but even still, could have spent more time in his lane before he decided to roam around and gank. So Ricky once again is invisible. Looks like they did pop some sentry wards down though. Nice play by those two guys. Phase boots with the Perseverance on Leshrac is going to give him a lot of mana regen. He's probably going for a Bloodstone. I generally don't like the fast Perseverance though, because he is still really squishy. 600 HP. At least get like a point booster first. Get point booster, get your Ring of Health, whatever, but then then finish the Perseverance. Don't do it right away. Perseverance is extremely expensive, and the regen is great, but you can be bursted down way too easily here. Tidehunter with Arcane Boots, also very good. He's going to be very nasty for the rest of the game, always having mana for stuff. Rocket coming top, and what is Invoker doing here? Once again, Invoker looking for kills, could be sitting in the mid lane, but once again he's ganking. There's the EMP Tornado that will go off on the Clockwork, that drains his mana, and a little bit of auto-attacking kills the Clockwork. Big ulti from Infernal. Looks like Spectre wants to run around in the middle of this and not accomplish a whole lot. Tidal ulti though, and Leshrac kills off Slardar with a little help and picking up the Warlock. So good swing back for the Dire team. Is he going to pop his Arcane Boots, man? Just, there we go. Warlock Golem looking for kills, but probably not going to find anything. Picking up some neutrals, that's always good to do with your dead Warlock. And Windrunner on the top lane now. 2 mantles, just boots, not much at all. And Spectre does have his Vanguard, so he's doing pretty good on farm surprise. I haven't watched him top much, but ooh, the hookshot's going to miss on the Invoker. I think he did have vision of that, though. I mean, look at this. If you're standing here, you can definitely see this area. So he was dodging a lot. He picks up the Void Stone. Another reason, if he's really going to get a really fast Eul's, why make the Ring of Basilius? Just leave it at a Void Stone. It'll give you enough mana regen. And then you get there a little bit faster. Not to mention that once you have 33 intelligence, a Sobi Mask does actually give you more mana per second than a Ring of Basilius. He wouldn't have as much armor, but it's not a huge deal. And he is actually regenning up. He's using that Quas effectively finally. Apparently Ricky is now roaming, going to use a Morbid Mask. He could be farming bottom. He's invisible, for God's sakes. Oh, well, there's Sentry Wards, I guess. But that's a nice play by the Dire team, dropping the sentries down. Going to make it easier to find him. And once again, Warlock still babysitting on the top lane. Once again, pretty good skill build. I like the 1 Fatal Bonds. It's probably a little bit better to get. Although sometimes the stats heal is also very good on Warlock. Tide has no ulti. He's going to gush this, so are we going to see the Shackle? No Shackle coming, of course. And he is still getting healed up a little bit. A little bit of amp damage on the Tidehunter, but this will get dispelled as soon as Kraken Shell procs. And Invoker roaming on the bot lane, once again getting a kill, using that Illusion Rune. Even though he has been getting a lot of kills, still only level 10 for 14 minutes. He could have been 10 4 minutes ago, probably. Spectre will ulti. Void is going to stand next to his allies, but he's fine. He's got boots. And is he going on somebody? He wants to kill the Slardar, apparently, but Slardar has ran away. And now he's kind of in no man's land. Hopefully he does pick up a Vanguard, though, on his way through here. Will he grab it? There's the Cold Snap. He is going to be buying the Vanguard. There it is. Alright. Doesn't really help him out, though. The Cold Snap does a lot of work. And picks him up. Already a level of Exhort for Invoker. Some people would call this a mistake. I would kind of agree with it. He doesn't... What? What? Alright, Clockwork wants to go in. Are we going to see a stun? There's the AoE. Look how much damage Leshrac is taking right now. Maybe he shouldn't have gotten Perseverance first. Holy crap. Diabolic Edict almost killing Ricky, but a nice heal from Green Giraffe. And they pick up the Clockwork as well. And that is a perfect demonstration. Who had 0 HP? It's the Leshrac, man. Perseverance, that could have been a point booster. He got out of position, sure, but I don't know, very, very high action coming from the Radiant team so far. A little bit of blink pass going after the Tidehunter, but he's going to gush and back up. Ricky should be farming. Somebody should be farming. He does have this Mask of Madness, but Power Shot's going to hit. Tidehunter is going to ulti this. I think he does get it off. Ricky's in some trouble, and Ricky will get picked off. Slardar gets... No, it's Tidehunter getting the kill. Windrunner going to die now, I believe. The Tornado's going to do some damage. And a nice stun from Slardar. So looking really good for the Radiant team. Their coordination and teamwork is a little bit better. I don't know if they're all on Ventrilo or not, but they're doing quite well. Invoker now level 11, 6 levels of Wex, sorry. And he's going to find an invisibility rune, still regenerating up that mana. 1600 gold. He could almost... Actually, if you can disassemble Bring Up Basilius, I can't remember if you can or not.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I cannot remember. Leshrac wants a kill. He's probably going to get this one. Yeah, with Diabolic Edict, that's an easy kill. Clockwork actually steals it. Leshrac has got to be pissed about that one. 400 gold, though. Still very low HP. Tidehunter TPs to the bot lane to defend. And the old Slar Invoker with the Lion combo will push up. Lion's still playing very passive, doesn't have any items. He's going to pick up an Urn, which is actually a very good item for a support hero. Did the EMP do anything? I don't know. But they do have Arcane Boots, so they're going to get slightly more healed up. A little bit of a gush on the Slaughter, since he doesn't have any regen yet. He's going for a Armlet, I guess. Dire team, in the meantime, is going to push the mid lane. Diabolic Edict doing a lot of damage, but a nice glyph gets popped. And a little bit of cogs go down. Is Ricky going to be able to last hit this? He's going to even ulti this. I cannot believe it. I thought for sure, wow, they're going to do a lot of damage to the Clockwork Goblin. Mask of Madness making that Ricky fast, but doesn't matter. Picks off the Clockwork Goblin. Will he change targets? He might actually... Oh, nice stun from the Leshrac. That's going to keep him alive. Wow, really nice play by Lesh. That was really good. And the Radiant team not able to push the bot lane as a result. Their allies all showing up mid to try to help out. Still no new items on the Invoker. He's going to actually Alacrity the Golem. That's actually really good. Holy crap. Get those bashes, man. 100 damage bashes. Those are good. Alright, looks like Ricky dies in the bot lane. Oh no, Ricky gets a kill on the bot lane, picking off the Tidehunter. Did Tide use his ulti? He didn't have it. 11 seconds. Kind of rough loss for him. Rocket doing some damage. He's trying to get the slaughter. Is it going to happen though? He cogs them both in, and a lightning comes in, and the stun. Nice play between those two heroes. Going to clean up Ricky. Possibly. Oh my god, he almost dies. 20 HP. So close, but they do get the line at least. Ricky, so lucky, man. Do not get a Mask of Madness, guys. It's a really bad build. Well, alright, look at it this way. I've seen pro players get it. I've seen a pro player get it when they played Ricky. They lost the game. Yeah, you can attack a lot faster and you can chase better, but it's not boosting up your agility, so you're really not hitting that hard. And the lifesteal is great and all, but if you do get ganked, and or you try to use it in a team fight, and people actually end up focusing you, you're going to drop really fast. So... Vanguard with those gloves of haste now, and the Spectre is going to get some treads. I wish he would have picked up a Belt of Giant Strength first, just to get the survivability. I feel like a Gloves of Haste by itself is really not going to add a whole lot. It doesn't. Having the extra HP is usually a better choice to make. And there we go, the point booster finally picked up for Leshrac. His HP is finally okay, around 1,000. Gotta get that earlier, man. Could have made the difference between him dying or not. Tidehunter swinging to the top lane. Vanguard purchased by Clockwork, very nice item choice. Gonna give him survivability, and he does have a bottle that's gonna fill in some of his mana gaps. Tidehunter coming in for an ulti, I bet you. And there it is, there's the rocket as well. Anchor Smash, Tornado, EMP coming out on the Invoker, but I don't think it's gonna make a difference. They both get picked off, and nothing Warlock can do either. He drops, double kill for the Dire team. Radiant probably should have backed up immediately upon killing that. Also, wards would help on the map. Spectre Illusion is running around, and Clockwork's farming the mid lane. Slaughter should be in a lane. He should not be farming jungle like this. Decent enough damage being done to Spectre, but once again, Ricky not hitting that hard. He could be sitting on like agility treads. Looks like he's going for a Sanji and Yasha this game. Give him some more chasing. Sanji and Yasha really not that bad of an item on Ricky Maru. I would say it's pretty good. And once again, guys, if there's places to farm, look at this. Creeps dying. Every single one of these, 40 gold. Is that really better in the jungle? Look, 29 to attack something like 4 times. 27. That's like 2/3 of a regular creep kill. He could be getting creep kills in the mid lane. A lot of creeps dying. He is showing up now, but he missed a couple. That's something that you cannot do. Don't sit in the jungle like that. Even an armlet on a slaughter is arguably a bad decision. I don't really like it myself, but EP Tornado, they're going to go try to kill this Leshrac. Is he going to be able to TP out is the real question. And he does make it. Nice juke once again. Ricky chasing after this Tidehunter, and there's a free kill, or an easy kill at least.
Dead on the dotted
Picks up the Tide. Once again, Invisible Mask of Madness runs out, and he will be able to get his Sanj in just a second. Windrunner picks up Arcane Boots this game, which is not a bad support build, but runs into the tower range. And Windrunner might be going down here, we'll see. Pop Windrun, there you go, run. You got this, there's the Blink Strike, and that's going to be it. Dust gets popped. There is some vision. Hook in, nice play so far, and the stun. Great job. Dude, this Leshrac is carrying the game. I can tell you that right now. Rocket comes through, does a little bit of damage, but that's going to be about it. Tornado comes through, barely catches anybody, and there's the EMP. 200 mana drained for Leshrac. And he's actually going for a Sheepstick. Picked up the Void Stone, going for a Sheepstick. So, I guess it's worth it to go Void Stone first, in some ways. I would personally prefer to maybe get the Mystic Staff first, but it's kind of a matter of preference, but not a huge nitpick. And now that he's level 13, he's probably going to max out his, or get a lot of Quas or Extra. I don't know. I'm not really sure where he's going to go, but we'll see. Who's farming on the bot lane? Spectre is Picks up the power treads. I would love to maybe see a magic wand out of her, but she still is a ways away from getting that relic. And the Radiance is really what's going to keep him alive. Lion's still pretty underfarmed. He's not playing that great. Magic wand, urn, that's cool. I would love to see a power, maybe like a TP scroll or something. Maybe even, no, they don't really need dust or anything. Warlock seems to be the one that's doing the warding, and he's going for a mechanism as well, so their abilities are pretty good. He's got 2 levels of stats right now, I believe. Yeah, 2 levels of stats. Ooh, they're going to get the free courier. That's a lot of gold. 150 to everybody on the Radiant team. Here comes Initiation. Shackle Shot on Invoker. Is Tide going to ult? He's out of mana. Needs 20 mana here. Doesn't have a magic wand. Huge mistake not to have that. Damage will be done. Are they going to be able to pick off the line? Yes, Diabolic Edict hitting so hard there. And once again, Leshrac wasting mana that he didn't need to. Tries to stun to finish off the line. Why did he even bother? Why not just run with him and let Diabolic Edict get the kill? I think that was kind of a weird mistake. But he does have the Bloodstone, so he's looking really good now. His mana regen is getting ridiculous. I would love to see maybe a gem on him with the Black King bar. I think that's where Leshrac should be aiming. And Windrunner needs HP. Get some HP, man. Is somebody on the Dire team making a mech? Is the real question. Should be Windrunner, I think. Yes, Windrunner should be the one making the mechanism. No other mech carriers on the Dire team. For the Radiant team, I believe Warlock is doing that, which is pretty good. He's going to get there eventually. I don't personally like Arcane Boots on Warlock. I feel like he doesn't need the mana that much. He doesn't really cast that much. He basically does a Fatal Heal ulti kind of a thing, and that's really all he needs to cast. It's going to be nice for his allies, I guess. Having an ally pick up an Arcane Boots when you have a Slardar is always a good thing, but other than that, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a big deal. Invoker sure isn't going to have any mana problems this game, so he's looking for some more EMP tornado targets. Somebody's from the bot lane. It's Ricky. He's actually going for a Basher. Bad Ricky. Bad Ricky. Basher Mask of Madness is the item build that he wants to do. He's going for all this like weird utility, but is he getting any cool stuff out of it? And there is a dead Invoker. I'm pretty sure Shackle Shot will land as well. The stun, and yeah, easily picked up. Chasing after the line, and there's a stun, and the Diabolic Edict is going to pick him off. Nice play once again by Leshrac, and a good hook shot from Clockwork. Yeah, look at this Ricky. He's not going to carry this game. He's literally getting all this weird utility crap. He's going to have a Basher with a Mask of Madness. He's going to attack really fast. He's probably going to bash somebody. But what does this give you? 40 damage, 6 strength, and it gives you a stun chance. The stun chance is great and all, but only as like a 3rd or 4th item after you've gotten a bunch of damage. I mean, Ricky's literally not going to do a lot of damage here. He's going to kill a tower, though. He will go invisible, but there is the dust and a gush as well, and he's gonna die now. He doesn't have any HP bonus. Literally, his only HP bonus is the Belt of Giant Strength. Now, will they kill the courier? There's 1 hit, gonna need 2. It does actually regen now, that's cool. They want it dead, but I don't think they're gonna get it. There's a power shot, and they need 1 more. Get it! Oh, yes, nice play by Leshrac. 150 gold, picked up for the Dire team. Now there's 0 couriers in the game, if I recall correctly. Yes, indeed. That's a big pickup. That's a tower. Basically, a little less than a tower. Big advantage there. And if we look at the gold graph, 3k advantage for the Radiant. And let's look at some CS numbers. 89 on the Invoker. This could be much higher for a 25-minute game. 87 on Ricky, 79 on Slardar, 44 on Warlock, and for the Dire team, 87 Lesh, 27 Tide, 54 Clockwork, 54 Spectre, and 31 on the Windrunner. And gold per minutes reflect that. Pretty shitty gold per minute. It's not that bad. Invoker doing pretty good. Ricky and Slardar are doing as well, pretty well as well, is what I meant to say. I think Lion is definitely the one slacking here. Doesn't really have... Skill build is not good. You do not want to pick up Mana Drain, especially when you're under-leveled like this. And they're going to initiate on Leshrac. Are they going to be able to get the kill, though? He does get chain stun. There's the amp damage, and that's going to drop him down. That's how you kill high HP targets, man. He does have that Bloodstone, but once again, amp damage, so good. Minus 8 armor. He should actually have this skill. Could have picked it up at level 11, but still has not. And, dude, max your stun. Oh my god. Please god, max your stun. Why would you think that a 5% extra chance of a bash is better than a 0.5 second guaranteed stun duration? Plus 50 damage. Like, do not max bash before Slither Crush. Please god. Gonna find another illusion rune. Who's gonna pick it up though? Probably not gonna be Lion. Invoker on the bot lane. Going to continue last sitting. Like, he could have picked up his sheep stick a while ago. Like, he was doing well. He had a lot of kills, but despite him having a lot of kills, oops, that is the wrong thing. I don't want that. Chat, go away. There we go. So, despite having, like, he was like 5-0 at the beginning of the game. Despite being 5-0, he just now picks up his sheep stick at 27 minutes. And that's because he just ganked so often and he never really got to farming heavily. Lion's going to get picked off once again. Illusion gets bottled up. And Clockwork, oh, I'm sorry, Tide is on Clockwork's team. That explains my confusion. Tidehunter once again does have that arcane boots, but he really needs to get a magic stick, man. Get a magic wand. If you're fighting an invoker, you might need the mana burst. Last team fight he couldn't ravage because he didn't have the mana. Ricky still has not picked up his basher because the courier died. That's hilarious. He can't get his basher because the courier died. I find that so funny. Are we gonna see a team fight though? There's the amp damage. What level is it? Level 2 amp damage. Hot damn, man. Minus like 12 armor. It's ridiculously good. There's the heal on the slaughter, but that's because his armlet is on. He's taking damage. There we go. Now he turns it off. He does have a Helm of the Dominator. This is kind of okay, but he should have a blacking bar as well if he really wants to do something like this. Magic Community only gets you so far. I'm sorry, Lifesteal only gets you so far. If you're stunned and taking big nukes, you're going to die anyways. Big AoE damage coming through. Tide is going to blink ulti. Nice blink ulti. Is Slar going to go down? He's almost dead. Is he going to turn on his armlet? No, he gets picked off. The AoE damage coming out of the Dire team just destroys here. Invoker almost dying to random AoE damage, but not going to happen. And Spectre at 2,400 gold. So that was a big team fight win for the Dire team there. Tower will drop. Ricky still does not have his crappy basher. That was a big team fight. Initiating there, Tide ulti, getting everybody low HP, and then the lightning strike and the other general AoE from Leshrac, who is level 16 now, is going to take out this tower. I kind of wish they would have kept being aggressive. 2 heroes still dead. I think Leshrac could have done at least, you know, half tower damage to this tower using Diabolic Edict before backing up. I think that would have been a better decision. And Spectre now backing off as well. Ugh. God, 1 level of Spectre Dagger, not good. You do not want to do this, guys. The reason is that this is your best ability to kill steal with, and the movement speed buff, the movement speed buff is not good, but you got to do it. 18% speed that lowers their speed by 18, grants you more 18. So the guy you're chasing, you have a 36% difference. That math might not be right, but you know, 18 slow on him, 18 speed on you. It's good stuff. The mana cost does go up, but it does a little bit of damage. You can kill steal with it. It's not a bad item. Don't bother just leaving it at 1. You can get stats now. That's great and all, but daggers should be leveled up. It should be maxed first. That's how you kill steal, pretty much. Ricky now looking for kills. He finally got his basher picked up, so he will be bashing like crazy. But once again, you do all of your damage, or at least most of your damage, by having a lot of agility. It's not by having a plus 40 damage item. He's still following him around. He's still fucking invisible. And just now goes in. And there's the smoke as well. The sheep goes on the Spectre. And Spectre gonna die. No. Is Clockwork gonna save him? And no, he's not going to. Ricky taking a lot of damage, though, from the tower. Another good rocket as well. Looks like Lion's gonna sheep. And here comes Tide. Still doesn't have his ulti, but cleans up really fast there. Partially because of that Leshrac. Leshrac just burning a lot of mana with his ulti with nobody standing near him. And now he's almost out of mana, which is a little bit of a mistake. He does have a Blink Dagger, actually. Leshrac doing very good. 10 charges now. Tide thinking about maybe ulting. 6 seconds to go. And there's the dust. They now know where Ricky is. There's the Blink. And man, this Leshrac doing very, very good this game. Nushin, man. You make me want to play Leshrac. Shit is dangerous. Rocket come into the mid lane to slow down that push. Dire team looking really good. How did they win a team fight? Did they even kill Spectre? I think, no, Spectre did die. But who cares, man? Everybody else on the Dire team is doing really good, so they don't really have to worry about that too much. Line picking up a Belt of Giant Strength, going to be going for treads. Should have Hex Max. The reason you don't get Mana Drain once again is because you're going to have to stand still to cast that. And that means you're not going to be moving, of course, but that means you're not going to be getting in a better position. You're always going to be in the same position, and that might result in you dying. There is a EMP with a Deafening Blast to lower the mana out of the Dire team. I still think they should... Well, I don't know if they should push. I don't know. It's hard to say. Kind of wish Invoker, hopefully he gets a Aghanim Scepter next. He did purchase some wards for himself. Dire team is retreating. Wards go down. Gonna pick up an illusion room. There's a regen actually. That's kind of cool.
Radiant's bottom
I would say
tower
give this
is
to.
under attack.
I would say give that to Windrunner, or let the Clockwork bottle it up, which he will, and he's gonna probably pop this, get some mana. And there we go. Diabolic Edict being used on the Roshan. If you guys want to know how to do this with your illusions, you have to grab them and use the move command. It's M in Dota 1, so if you don't change the presets, that's what it is indeed. And there's a little bit of gush going down, minus armor on the Roshan, and they should be able to pick that up. No. Radiant team showing up. There's the EMP Tornado. It's going to drain a lot of mana. Tide does not have anything to cast Arcane. And it looks like Ricky Marr going to pick off some heroes. Probably going to get the Clockwork Goblin. And he does indeed. Now a lot of damage being done to the Leshrac. Man, they have so much killing potential. There's a Sheepstick on the Windrunner, but that's going to be it for her as well. And Ricky gets a kill. Triple kill for Ricky despite of his bad items. Basher, Mask of Madness, man. He could be hitting like a truck, but instead he's just hitting pretty well. It's just a very, very squishy build, you know? That's the problem. We got the Alacrity. Can't tell. Oh, it was Ricky. Can't really tell he's not attacking that fast.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Is the Spectre gonna last hit this? Radiant gets the last hit. Starter picks it up. What does Spectre have? Oh man, still doesn't have his relic. I can't believe it. And Invoker going to clear the mid lane, or I'm sorry, the top lane up. 1700 gold for him. Could pick up his point booster, drop that ward down, and Slaughter with the Aegis still has his armlet on. Apparently he does not realize how it works. You lose HP with it on, guys. He is hitting pretty hard though, level 14. Going to have a level 3 amp damage in a second. That's going to be really rough. And it looks like Ricky is still invisible, so he's looking to get solo kills, because that's what he apparently do as a Ricky Maru. He's not really a ganking hero though, guys. If you want to play a hero like this, go play Gondar. Gondar is invisible from level 1 on. He has much better ganking tools. He does not need... I mean, Ricky does not need to run around and get kills like that. It's not normal. Like, he's getting a Sanj now. I hope he gets a Sanj in Yasha, not a Heaven's Halberd, because he needs to get some freaking agility. He's at plus 11. Like, you could get these items on like Gondar if you really wanted to. If you really wanted to do a ganking Gondar build, go for it. Get a Mask of Madness Basher, but Ricky is like the go-to popular Mask of Madness and Basher hero for some reason. It doesn't even have it on agility treads. Agility would give you an extra like 20 damage. 20 damage, that's a crap load. Just from backstab. So now he's got a Sanj. He has even more chasing potential. This would be the perfect time to switch to agility treads, because he just got like 250 HP from picking up a Sanj. Does he really need strength treads? The answer is no. Thank you. Clarifying my point. Gonna see another EMP Tornado on the mid lane. Gonna catch a 3 people's Tornado. That's pretty good. And good damage done. Clockwork Goblin is now out of mana. Put a Defiance on him, but needs mana to cast. Where's this Tidehunter? Does he have a wand? He still does not have a wand. Just Arcane Boots, Blink. He's got a Vitality Booster. His items are pretty good, but I really wish that he had a Magic Stick. And since Ricky's invisible, he's looking for gank targets. 1300 HP. Slowly regenning up. Is anybody farming on the Radiant team? The answer is not really. Slardar is auto-attacking. Looks like he's getting a Blacking Bar. Might be a Desolator as well. I'm going to assume it's a Desolator. Most people would get a Axe first. And Ricky waiting patiently for his kill. We're going to find a Tidehunter, but he does blink. Nice play by him. Tornado will come through. Going to catch him. There's the EMP as well. Is he going to ulti this? He's probably thinking about it. Now's the time. There he is. He's going to catch 5 heroes. Not looking good for Tide. He's probably going to end up dying, but he will get picked off. I think, yes, he does go down finally. Well, there's the counter initiation. Spectre, I'm thinking about coming in. 3,200 gold. What has Spectre been doing this whole time, man? He could have had like a relic at like 25. I can't believe it. Leshrac will ulti. Burns a ton of his mana down, but the only hero that died there was Tidehunter. Inferno looking for some bashes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ricky getting earned up. Power shot comes through as well. Ricky chasing. There's the Mask of Madness. Watch how fast he dies. Oh, he's dead. No way. I can't believe it. Used a Mask of Madness against 4 guys and died. I can't believe it. Power shot. Armlet. Helmet Denominator Slaughter is not being good enough. And there we go. Leshrac will initiate this. His stun completely misses, though. And Lion will get away. I can't believe it. Is Warlock going to die? Yes, the power shot is good enough. Going after the Slaughter now. And there we go. Spectre picks that up as well. That's going to be Aegis, though. Can they block him in? No mana left on Clockwork. The stun's too early. Will he be able to get the Clockwork? It's going to take 2 hits, and yes, he does get a lucky bash there. Switches to Armlet. Now he's going to be lifestealing here. Tornado comes through. Slaughter might be able to survive, but the stun will be adequate, and there we go. They pick him off. Nice play there. Dust gets popped, but Ricky is dead. Maybe they're fearing the Invoker invisibility. Not quite sure. And Invoker actually going for Max Exhort next. Kind of curious. Doesn't have an Aghanim Scepter yet. His cooldown for spells are now 12. He will have a Forged Spirit, but generally, a Wex Exhort, Wex Quas Invoker will pick up 3 levels generally. And he's decided not to do this, so he's going to go more damage than slow. He's going to have a lot of utility, but more damage than that. And he will be using Meteor and stuff like that. Yeah, it's beautiful. Explosion. Ricky running to the mid lane. Has he got any new items? No, because he hasn't got any kills. It's the only way to farm on a Ricky Maru, guys. 8, 5, and 7 right now. He's doing okay, but 97 CS. The only person that's really farming this game is Leshrac and Invoker. They're the only ones that have semi-decent farm habits. And farm habits are really, really important to making your game go better. Seriously, it's a big deal. He's going to pop an illusion now. Almost grabs it. I would have loved to see him grab that and then do some kind of cold snap chase, but Ricky is invisible and ready to go, man. Is he going to get a bash? No bash, but the stun, or the Hex, sorry, is going to score him a kill. Finally farming a little bit up
Done that one for free.
on some heroes, but still, could be Gondar, man. Could be Bounty Hunter ganking, not Ricky. Ricky should be farming. Should be farming, not ganking. At the very least, you're scaring the crap out of the entire Dire team. Spectre very, very slowly going to get his Radiance, and it looks like he did max out Spectral Dagger, which is good. But a late Spectral Dagger like this is not going to be as useful as like a Spectral Dagger when you're level 7 or something like that. And it looks like Invoker going to be making a Black Kingbird. Does have the money for that right now. It's going to make him a little bit better in the team fights. Tide ulti won't hit him. Leshrac stuns will not hit him. No Shackle Shot. Even Clockwork Goblin going to have some trouble. But Ricky once again ganking. Going to find a free Tide Hunter, and yes, he will die. Tried to TP that out, but he was not going to. This is kind of funny. It's like a slow march to try to get the Ricky. God, I really hope he doesn't make a Heaven's Halberd. Get a freaking Butterfly if you want evasion, man. Please gotta get a Butterfly. They don't really even have like a major auto attack and carry anyways. Spectre does auto attack, but it's mostly the Radiance damage. Here's another team fight coming. There's the Invoke by Invoker, and he will Deafening Blast this, but Deafening Blast with these orbs is not that effective. All it does is damage. Does pretty good damage, and it disarms for like 4 seconds, which means they can't attack. The knockback is probably one of the best parts, though. A 1.5 second AoE disable, hell yeah, man. I'll take that. But you gotta level up the Quas to get that. Kind of comes down to what you want to do with your team, though. They do have a major damage source from the Ricky Maru, so I would argue that it would have been better to max out Quas first, just to get more disable from Tornado and things like that. Bot lane pushing, Radiant, or the Dire team wants to make sure that this doesn't die for nothing. Leshrac possibly going for a BKB as well. Might be an Aghanim Scepter, which isn't horrible, but I think a BKB would be a little bit better. BKBs on both teams actually would be quite good. And what is Ricky buying? Nothing, because he has to go gank, man. He's got ganking to do. Plus 17 agility, that's it. Still sitting on Strength Treads. He does have a wand at least, but damn it, man. Windrunner thinking about going for an Orchid. Ricky will scout this out. Is he going to smoke? Yes, he will. And is he going to be able to get a kill? She did actually get Windrun off. There's the EMP. Ooh, Black King Bar by the Invoker. Big mistake there. Spectre ultis, and he gets a little scared. 1 second completely gone. They have 75 seconds until they get to use that again, so they're not going to be able to teamfight now. Or at least they would be wise not to. And Slaughter is going for that BKB. Does have the money as well. So there's actually a lot of BKBs in this game. Dire team will back out once again. Let's look at the gold graphs. Wow, only a 4K difference. Both teams are farming crappy, and look at that big spike down from for the Dire team, and then went right back up again. Kind of interesting. The only thing that can explain something that drastic is just farming patterns, since both since all the players and all the teams aren't really farming adequately, kind of makes a weird situation. But here comes the EMP Tornado. Going to catch the Ricky, and though, and with that Mask of Madness, he goes down immediately. That is why you do not get a Mask of Madness. It's bad. You die so fast. There's the hook shot on the Invoker. Invoker in a lot of trouble. It's going to EMP once again. And there it is. The stun lands on him, and he does get picked off, though. Slaughter now in a lot of trouble. He's going to try to pick off the Tidehunter, but that's not going to happen. And the Gush will finish him off. Are they going to get the Warlock as well, man? Holy crap. Stun lands. Diabolic Edict, Warlock, goodbye. He tried to ulti there. Not get it off, though. Would have been a waste anyways. That's for the best. Cooldown on that is a 165. You do not want to waste that spell. And now 11 Bloodstone charges on Leshrac. Going to be casting even more now if he wasn't casting enough. And Windrunner looks like she is going to be getting that Orchid. Very, very good against Ricky, because it makes it so he can't go invisible for a few seconds. As long as he's silenced, at least. So if I was to critique the Radiant team, why they are sucking right now. Ricky Mario's not farming, he's constantly ganking, his items are bad on top of that, so his damage potential isn't really that high, and we saw that by the Leshrac. Leshrac literally took like a lot of hits in the smoke and just ran out. And as soon as he ran out, somebody stunned him. And that's all he could do. I mean, he was probably fed in the early game, but it didn't matter, because he has a Basher and a Mask of Madness. And a Sanj. Alright, he did make a Sanj and Yasha, that makes it slightly better. Yasha is very good on Ricky. Going to give him a lot more attacks in a smoke, but still wish he was on agility treads, that would be better. Oops. And looks like we have a Radiance on Spectre. Spectre should be switching to Strength treads. More important to be survivable than it is to do auto attack damage on Spectre at least. A lot of HP on Clockwork. 20 or gold I meant, 2100. I'm not sure if he's going to make a heart. I would love to see a pipe on him, but I don't know if he's going to make it. And it looks like Tidehunter's going for a heart himself. Not a very typical Tidehunter item. I wouldn't really agree with this. He could have a Drum of Endurance here. He could have a pipe. Pipe on Tidehunter is also very good. Something like that. And Ricky Mario once again ganking, because that's what Ricky Mario does. He's going to find a Tidehunter, and he's going to go for this kill. There's the smoke, and there's the Blink, and the Mask of Madness, and that's going to be a kill. In a second. Oh, keeps going out of vision, and there it is, gets the kill. Are we going to see the stun? Aghanim Scepter on the Leshrac. There's the EMP once again. These two guys are trying to team fight 2-man in the jungle. I can't believe they're still doing this. Going after the Clockwork Goblin, there's the Hex, and there's the auto attack. Look how much damage he's doing. It's like not that much at all. There's the stun. Clockwork Goblin will go down though, either way. Another smoke from the Ricky. And there's the dust. Now Ricky's in a lot of trouble. He is fast from the Sanj and Yasha, but is he going to make it away is the real question. There's the blink, and here comes the stun. Now who's going to miss a nice tornado as well, and dust will time out there on Ricky Mara, so he's completely gone. Good escape from him. Mech finished on the Warlock, so he can now heal his allies even more. Very, very good item. Plus the plus armor is always great. Someone says there's 2 mech on the Radiant team. Let me find out.
Illusion.
There's not 2 mechs, there's only 1. Just the one on the Warlock. And Dire team does not have a single mech. Windrunner really should have a mech. If she had a mech, she'd be sitting much better. 5 extra armor. Just that alone makes the difference. Ricky picking up a Ogre Club now. Is he going to make a Black King Bar? I'm assuming it's going to be a BKB. This is kind of a good decision. Black King Bar with the Mask of Madness is not a bad combo, because once you get stunned with Mask of Madness on, you kind of end up dying every time. Once you get stunned, you probably will get stunned again or disabled again. So having a Black King Bar is going to make sure that you're just auto-attacking and doing your damage. And how's the other Radiant team members going? Invoker, how close is he? He does have his BKB, but he has not picked up a point booster yet. I wish he'd have his Aghanims by now. It's 45 minutes. He's level 19. He can be cycling through spells like crazy. Lion's going to use his Mana Drain, which is cool that he's now full, but could be a little bit more tanky. I do like his item choices, though. Wand Bracer with Treads and an Urn. Very good stuff since he's so squishy and makes kind of weird decisions in teamfights. But I think he's just kind of new. And once again, the Aghanim Scepter is on the Leshrac, and that's going to make his ulti do a lot more damage, up to like, I think just about 200, something, or maybe 180. I can't remember what the numbers are exactly. Unless the Aghanim Scepter numbers are actually correct, which they might. They might be. I don't know if they fixed that for everybody or not. We'll find out. Here comes the initiation, though. They're going to dive on the tower, though. EMP Tornado. Ricky's fighting within a tower, though. He does get nice Deafening Blast. Going to clean up there, but he still does not have his Black King bar. And there's the tide ulti. And all of a sudden, look at that. Ricky was full HP, and he just died, man. He just freaking died immediately, and that's why you don't get Mask of Madness. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say it. Boyd now in a lot of trouble as well. Leshrac trying to stay alive. He's going to put a lightning through. And now he is juking. There's the Chaos Meteor. Going to pick off the Tidehunter. And Slardar going to be able to get Clockwork. He will indeed. And Line goes down just barely to Leshrac, but the stun is going to be enough. Invoker cleans it up. A really sloppy team fight for both teams, but should have gone a lot better for the Radiant team. Ricky, of course, just got destroyed by that Tide ulti.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He's not playing an amazing Invoker, he's playing an okay Invoker. I mean, he has a little bit of... He's been making some bad decisions, like his ganks on the early game. He should have stayed in his lane a lot longer and farmed. That was one mistake that he made. They will be able to get a Rax out of this. Windrunner's coming to defend it. Will Leshrac be able to help out? There's a BKB by Slardar. He wants to get this, apparently.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
And Slardar will back up now. They did get the melee barracks, and there's the blink. Are they going to be able to get the Invoker? He BKBs as well. No TP scroll, though. There's the Deafening Blast. It's the Shackle Shot! The Shackle Shot! It's invisible. There it is. Oh, he got him! He did not get a tree, though. Alright, arrow goes on the Invoker. I'm sorry, the Dagger. Still chasing. The stun will land. Perfect stun landing on Invoker, and that's it for him. Why didn't he... Oh, he used it. Confused. He buys back. Still hasn't bought his Aghanim Scepter. I know the cooldown is 5 seconds at level 4, so in some ways it's a waste, but you can cast so much. And the old ganking Ricky, looking for a kill, he does get randomly stunned. He's taking Radiance damage as well. Didn't pop his Mask of Menace, and it doesn't look like we have any... Yeah, no dust or anything. Leshrac will be running back to safety. 25 mana per second right now. 11 Bloodstone charges. And what's Tide doing? Waiting to get a heart. Oh, he's stuck. And Ricky's like, oh my god, that's a Tidehunter I need to kill. Will he be able to get the kill, though? Kraken Shell, man, 28 damage. He's only hitting for like 180. There's Mask of Madness, the bash happens, there's the smoke. His damage could just be bigger, you know? He's gonna get the kill, though. He will get the kill, but... Damage output, decent-ish. Ogre Club, there's that Mithril Hammer. I just wish he had like a... I wish he just had like a BKB, a Sanjin Yasha, and a Butterfly. Like, that alone, he would be destroying face. Just destroying face. 20 minutes ago. He's got a lot of chase now. There's sentries. Are they going to get the kill? The stun is going to miss, though. Still chasing. Shackle will not land. There's another sentry popped. And he is trying to survive. Spectre will get the kill. Maybe. He's going to run back in the sentry. They see where he is, and that's it. Nice chase. Invoker once again backing up his over-aggressive ganking Ricky. Lion 19 under gold. Possibly going for a Blink Dagger. Not quite sure. Invoker's still not spending his money. 27 now. Level 20. 5 levels to go. Actually, I think he has 1 level up currently, but... Slardar level 19, BKB. Getting his Satanic soon. Lion looks like he's going to die. There's the Deafening Blast. Stun goes down. Is Leshrac in some trouble, man? These bashes are hitting really hard now. Lion in a little trouble. Here comes the Spectre. Who's he going on? Completely misses his dagger. Big mistake there. And there's the chase. How is this Lion not dead yet, man? Big pipe, and Battery Assault's gonna get the kill. The Warlock ulti comes through, wailing on the Spectre now. They are so slow, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, it will matter now when Invoker starts wailing him. He's gonna try to TP out. Is he gonna get the cast off? There's the Cold Snap. It will get off. Spectre dies, and now trying to pick off the Clockwork Goblin. Warlock is not gonna go down, and big damage coming out. There's the Tornado as well. 3,300 gold now on the Invoker. and they're going to win the team fight. Still, are they at the advantage though? 5k advantage, peeking out a little bit, swinging back to the jungle, and top lane is getting pushed really heavily. If nobody shows up, this tower is actually probably dead just now from this little bit of volley. Couple ranged creeps, couple catapults, and that goes down. A little bit of mistake. Dire team should not get free gold like that. That's a 1k advantage they just lost. This is going to jump down just a little bit. 1k. It's a big number though. You can't let those free towers drop. It's a big mistake. It's like Ricky Maru wants to destroy this creep wave. Slowly but surely bashing. Really not hitting that hard or fast unless he uses that Mask of Madness. And the rest of the Radiant team running around farming and stuff. Invoker finally picking up that point booster up to 1900 HP. Needs 700 gold here, and then he will have his Aghanim Scepter, and he's going to be casting even more. It's the most fun time to play Invoker is this point in the game. There's the old tornado. There's the meteor. Apparently they fought. Whoa. And that's enough for a Satanic. Oh, he's actually going to get a heart, surprisingly. I thought he was going to get a Satanic. This works too. I think this is okay. Not a bad Slardar build right now. Once you get all that HP... the only item that I would say is kind of weird is the Helm of the Dominator, but with the armlet, he's obviously doing pretty good in teamfights. So with the Blacking Bar, no problem at all. He's going to be magic immune, so I think that's absolutely okay. Maybe an AC instead. I don't know. A heart... I've seen a lot of Slardars just don't get the armlet. What they do is they pick up a Black King Bar, a Vanguard, and then they get an AC, and they end up being really tanky. We're going to have a team fight on the bot lane, though. EMP Tornado goes down. Heart getting disabled on the Tide Hunter, but he will get healed up, and he's going to actually initiate ultis on a couple people, but a nice pop... sorry, what is that called? A pipe press. Big Deafening Blast goes down. Ulti from the Warlock as well, doing big damage. Where's the... Ricky Maru? He's in there. He does have a Black King Bar. He's using it, but he's trying to auto-attack somebody. He's not doing a ton. Kills the Clockwork Goblin, but Spectre can get picked off as well. Leshrac dies 3 for 3 currently, and Spectre is going head-to-head with the Ricky Maru. Ricky Maru is doing barely enough damage. Picks him off just barely. Now trying to get the Tide Hunter. Almost dying. Wow. Just barely enough regen on the Ricky Maru to win that team fight. I can't believe it. I think we saw a buyback by Warlock even. Very good Warlock items, very great stuff. Somebody got a pipe, somebody has a mech. You need that stuff, literally, you need that stuff to support. Somebody has to get one, or should get one, and that partially swings team fights, you know? That's an extra 400 HP for his entire team from the title team. Ricky Maru, he was like within 200 HP of dying that whole team fight. Pipe could have definitely swung the difference for a hero like him. Alright, Leshrac has respawned. What does he get? Boots of Travel. Kind of interesting. He's be able to push a little bit better now. He uses ulti to just destroy creeps. 7 charges means he has died a few times. Oh, so when you die you lose a third. I did not know that. I must have modified that since I last read it. I think that's pretty fair. So every time somebody dies around you, you get a charge. Yeah. When you die, it does heal your allies. One of the weirder aspects of that item. It's going to drop a Sentry Ward down. Is the Tornado going to land? Not going to hit anybody. A little bit of lightning to clear the creep wave, though. 2k gold on Leshrac still. No Warlock ulti. That will make part of the difference. Aghanim Scepter is ready for Invoker, but he doesn't have it. Still doesn't have a Deafening Blast. Don't use that spell to clear creep waves, guys. Use that in teamfights. That's 40-second cooldown. It's a very, very high cooldown ability. Kind of wasting his potential by using it there. Level 24 hero now, so every spell he casts is going to be amazing. Buy your Aghanims, please. He's getting a EMP Tornado ready, it looks like. At this point, EMP Tornado not really doing that much. Look at all this gold that's just sitting online this entire game. Like, he has these core items, but he hasn't gone anywhere past that. Is a rocket gonna scout things out? Is he gonna hookshot? He's thinking about it. Slaughter's on the high ground. Ricky is scouting invisible, of course. Agility items? Nah. Yasha is enough. The Radiant team looking for initiation. Still no heart on Slaughter. He could finish this, man. That's so much survivability. You get a couple hundred HP extra out of it. Creep will drop. They should just back up, finish the heart, and then push. But they're going to do it anyways. I can tell you that much. Even Leshrac with his money, very high, probably going to buy back. And I can't believe the Dire team hasn't picked up a gem either. Why not pick a single gem? Looks like initiation on the Spectre. Wow, doing a lot of damage to Spectre. Is he going to die? Stun misses. Very close, though. Tons of Spectre damage. Spectre should have had this Radiance 25 minutes ago, probably. Here's an EMP Tornado. Maybe. EMP will land at least. Are we going to see Tide ulti this? Definitely Blast is a big disable. And is he going to ulti? He's only going to hit one hero with that, just the Warlock. Big mistake from the Tide, and he's going to go down shortly. I think Slaughter will. Not a good target for Slaughter. Pick off the other heroes. He already ulti. He's not going to accomplish anything here. And now he is finally auto-attacking onto the Leshrac with the amp damage. It's just too much. Ricky taking him out. Buyback from Leshrac. Here he comes the TP. Will he be able to save the Ricky? There's the Sentry Ward, and the stun's going to barely miss, unfortunately. Diabolic Edict and the ulti being used, but now Spectre chasing. Going to get a kill? Probably. Yes, indeed. Ricky does get picked off. So a 4 for 2, I think. How many buybacks did we have? I think that was just Leshrac buying back surprisingly. And still, Invoker, no Aghanim Scepter. He's got the gold, doesn't have the item. Going to pick up a Haste Rune.
Haste.
It's time for the Dire team to push. Who buys back? It is Ricky Maru with his shit items. Could be such a more effective hero here. If he had a Black King Bar with a Butterfly, and a Sanjin Yasha, and a Diffusal Blade, or something like that, like, it's just completely different. You can't get shut down like that. The evasion, all those important things. There's still no gem on the Dire team to shut down Ricky. Look at this. They would have a Ricky kill right now if they had a gem. They'd be like, oh god, it's Ricky. And then they would kill him. There's the Alacrity on the Ricky. Is he going to attack with it? Attack somebody. He's attacking fast. Could be hitting harder though. Oh my god. Tidehunter, no! Tidehunter gets picked off. There's a sheep on the Spectre. Spectre in a little bit of trouble as well. And looks like Ricky does Black King Bar through this. Is he going to get the kill? He did use the Mask of Madness. He does kill Spectre, but taking pretty hard damage. Nice stun from Lion. That's going to save him. Looks like Leshrac trying to find the correct direction, but he did juke the wrong way. Oh, ooh, oh. There's a stun. Damage being done to Ricky. Do they have vision? They have vision somehow. There's a Centaur there. There's a ulti from Warlock coming through now. Doing good damage. Clockwork. Fatal Bonds on the ground as well. But, oh man, Invoker in a lot of trouble. There's a stun. And he's going to drop as well. Now chasing after the Warlock. A couple hits here. No more stun mana from Leshrac. He is slowly healing back up. Power shot on the Slaughter. And that is a lot of range creeps. Holy crap. BKB popped for the Slaughter. He wants to kill, but he does pick up the Warlock. Big play by Warlock here. But the amp damage is going to be too much. Main mistake from Warlock, or I'm sorry, from Leshrac this game, does not have a, really should have a Ghost Scepter against Slaughter. Can he get the Power Shot kill? Power Shot him, Power Shot him. Just Power Shot him. Just Power Shot him. Thank you! He killed him. Alaskan Bulworm using the Force Staff. Scoring the kill. 2 towers in the mid lane going to go down. 1 glyph. Sorry about that. Other tower might drop as well. Only here that's live is Lion, the least capable of their entire team.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Spectre will ulti this, and there's the silence on the Lion. He's going to get picked off easy. Is the Rax going to drop, or the throne? Good game called from the Radiant team, and this is going to end it. Slaughter TP's back in. He's going to initiate. He's going after Spectre. He does BKB. He's in that Spectre hard, man. Still does not have his heart. I can't believe it. And there's the silence. He's gonna get healed up from this, but I think that's gonna cost him the game. The game will be picked off, and yes, indeed, that will end the game. Radiant team's gonna lose it. I'm glad they lost it because I can talk more shit about their item builds now. Why did they lose? Ricky Maru's horrible item build. Invoker did not have his Aghanim Scepter for 2 team fights there. I can't believe it. I don't know if he had it last team, but he still didn't have it. I can't believe it. bought back. Maybe that's why he didn't want to buy it, because he wanted to buy back money, but I would have bought it. I would have been like, hell yeah, dude, I'm not going to die. I'm a fucking badass invoker with an Aghanim Scepter, so he lost the game that way. I think Warlock played very well. I'm not going to put much blame on him. Lion didn't get a single kill. He had less assists and deaths, so obviously he's new to the game, so I won't talk too much shit about him. His item build was good, but he's got to spend his money. There were times when he had 1,600 gold, and he just didn't spend it. Get like a... I don't know, get a Ghost Scepter or something. I don't know. There's options. Force Staff, if you get cogged in, you can die, or you can get out of that. Well, there's lots of options, and Ricky could have done much better. How many CS did he have? Last hit's 178. Not really that many. Even the Dire... Mostly everybody on the Dire team. I mean, a lot of this comes down to farming. Most of the players in that game just really weren't that good at farming, and that's the reason that they didn't end up surviving, but... unfortunately, that's it for that game. Thanks for watching, guys. That was Purge Previews a Replay, I think. I can't remember. Damn it. Purge Critiques a Replay. That's what I was going to do. That's what the title will be. So thanks for watching on YouTube. Thanks for watching on the stream, guys, as well. And I think I'll be back in just a second. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Please subscribe if you like the videos. And I think that's about it. Check the drop-down box below for stream, Facebook, and Twitter. Go follow me there, and that's it. Yes. Alright, bye.